Hi guys, Steady Eddie here. This time taking a stroll along Da Nang's My Key Beach. It's the month of February, the weather is nice and warm, and this is a most pleasant place to be. I must admit, I'm not one for lying on a beach all day. It gets a bit boring. I'd much rather take a long walk, see if I can see anything interesting. So, a few words about this long, sandy beach. How is it for swimming? Well, I think you do have to be careful where you swim here. There are red flags in large stretches of this beach, and I have seen a lifeguard blowing his whistle at quite a few people who've swam too far out. It seems to be a strong current, so be careful if you swim here. Of course, Da Nang Beach is famous for something else. This was the place where, in March 1965, the US forces first landed in Vietnam. The rest is history. 10 years of history. I've been to Vietnam many times in the last 17 years. People often say, what is your fascination with this country? Well, I suppose the answer I'd have to give was that I grew up hearing about the Vietnam War, then watching all those fine movies that were made in the aftermath. And this leads me to a question. What was the very first news story you ever remember? You know that moment when you were a little kid playing with your toys in the living room and you become aware that there's this program on the TV every night called The News, and it's telling you all the usually bad things that are happening in the world. The very first news story you became aware of. Well, with me it had to be the Vietnam War. I was a little kid in the 60s and this terrible war was on the TV every single night. There I was playing with my toys while these horrible images were being broadcast on the TV. So the Vietnam War was the very first news story I can remember. Wait a minute, there was another one around that time, wasn't there? Oh yes. One small step for man, a giant leap for mankind. Everyone remembers that one. Well, for the generation to come, Vietnam was synonymous with that infamous war. It didn't end when the war ended. Some damn fine movies were made, but not in Vietnam. Apocalypse Now was shot in the Philippines and The Deer Hunter in Thailand. Full Metal Jacket was filmed on a set in the East End of London, but it was still a good movie. So this began my fascination with this country. Vietnam, the place where you never dreamed of as a holiday destination, is now a great country to visit. In previous generations, Vietnam was known as a war. Now it's known as a country, and a damn fine one it is too. Let me just conclude by mentioning that there are guys who watch this YouTube channel who actually fought in that terrible war. So, respect to you all. And of course, let's not forget the many millions of people who died in that terrible war. And as for the very first news story you ever remember, well, I've told you mine, so now let's hear yours. It would be good to know the various age groups who watch this channel. So, if you can remember that very first news story you ever became aware of, let's hear it in the comments. I'm sure there'll be some really interesting answers there. I'd love to hear it. So, how does Da Nang remember the US forces in this day and age? Well, I'm not here to show any war remnants. I've done all that in the past, and it isn't really YouTube friendly. But there is a fine bar and restaurant I can show you, just 100 meters away from the hotel where I'm staying. And it's called the DMZ, the Demilitarized Zone.
Oh, well, can I just film?
Yeah?
Let's just have a little look at that, please, yeah?
Yeah.
It's okay? Oh, thank you. Oh, war memorabilia, yes? Yeah, well.
Where are you from, sir?
I'm from England.
England.
I'm originally from the exotic destination of Liverpool, but I don't live there anymore.
Liverpool?
Liverpool, you heard of Liverpool?
Yeah.
It's famous for the Beatles and for football, yes?
Yeah, but I'm a fan of Manchester United.
Well, Unity, Manchester Unity.
Yeah.
Do you mean Manchester City?
Yeah. But near time they play not good.
Football's a very, very emotive issue in England. You know, people start talking about football, and then the next thing you know, they're arguing over it and they're swearing at each other. And I don't do any of that. Football's a great game, but some people take it a little bit too seriously. But you know, I am originally from Liverpool, and I would like to see Liverpool win the Premier League for the first time ever. It looks like it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
So
now they play very good.
They're a great team. The way I look at football, it's a great team. You know, sorry, it's a great game.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not going to put any money in my pocket. You know what I mean? It's not going to pay me council tax for me or anything like that, or my TV license. But yeah, I'd be pleased if Liverpool won. Anyway, Eddie. Eddie.
What?
Edward. Oh, it's the name's Edward, but but it's Eddie. You know, as in steady Eddie. Okay, what's your name?
My name's Ty.
Ty.
Yeah.
Good name. Yeah, can't fault that at all. Good name.
You go to Vietnam for holiday?
Yeah, I'm traveling to Vietnam for a month.
Yeah.
For 1 month. I've been to Vietnam many times, but never Da Nang before. This is my first time here, and I'm liking it. You know, you've got a nice little bar here, beautiful little bar.
Yeah.
I've been here a few times before, and you know, and I'm going to enjoy some food. So is that my beer?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Wow, doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good? Wow, looks lovely. She's a military girl. She's a military uniform there. She's a soldier. Okay, I'll film my dinner again. Jesus, doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look damn good? Beautiful fries, beef with vegetables, lovely Heineken beer, and garlic bread. What more can you possibly want?